Hello, guys. Welcome back and thank you so much for being here. What's going on? Please like and share this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's go over. VDM has recently released a PSA, a public service announcement, and he's basically sending a message to anyone. Remember how during the time when he was still barring, he was still saying, "Ha, Dangote, if anything happens to Fina's sister, you and me go pull leg for one trouser." Remember all of that shenanigans? But fast forward to today, yesterday he basically went incognito on social media. People were looking everywhere for him. He was nowhere to be found. For me, I feel like he was waiting to see the next move. Certain things were happening and he just wanted to see how things are playing out. So, anyways, so yeah, like I said, he went incognito yesterday. He was in live, and today he came back and basically had a message for people, wanting them to know that those of you remember when I already said that when he was telling Dangote that you and me go enter one trouser, your truck not go ever move again, rah rah rah. So after Fina's sister passed away, sadly, people started, according to him, I don't know if they reached out to him via inbox, but I know that there were people, even in my comment section when I did video, people were asking, VDM, when are you going to come out and go and protest? You made promise, so you promised that if anything happens, that you are going to carry fight. Dangote truck not go ever move again for Auchi. Okay. So he's now returned to address those people, to let them know what his current stance is on that initial promise. So we're gonna do a reaction to what he's saying, to his latest update. But the one thing that I want to say is that Fina, first of all, my heart really, really goes out to you, because I see a lot of double standards. My heart goes out to you. There is no time like the present. I know that you are mourning, and hopefully this does not sound as if I am kicking you now that you are down. My darling sister, I am not doing that. But sometimes in the midst of chaos, in the midst of bitterness and pain and sadness, is when the voice of reason will prevail, and you will, in the midst of all the noise, you can take heed. And this is not even necessarily for Fina. This, because what don't happen to Fina don't happen. Unless, of course, really in one may Fina kukuma by. I don't know. I don't know the reason why he continues to antagonize and attack this family. This family is going through the worst pain. The sister died a very painful death. Ruth died a very painful death. If VDM had any empathy, if VDM had any human conscience, he will know that no matter what grievances, no matter how badly he feels or he thinks Fina treated him, he will at least give Ruth some grace. He would at least think about the family, think about what they are going through. Somebody passing, somebody dying is the ultimate. Somebody not being here, family losing their loved ones, is really the worst pain a family can bear. But if somebody that calls himself an activist, who markets himself as someone who has sympathy for people, if that person cannot put whatever pain, whatever disappointment, whatever betrayal that they feel, if that person cannot put it aside and let Fina and her family mourn the passing of their beloved sister, their beloved daughter. If that person is instead coming to social media, using the worst thing that can happen to somebody to attack them, knowing fully well that this family is in mourning, not only does he attack, he also seeks his minions after his target. If this man cannot think that whatever betrayal that I feel Fina did to me, there will be a time, there will be a place to talk about it. But this right here, this time is not the time or the place. A leader must show empathy. A leader must show basic human decency. Anytime I make a post and I talk about how VDM is manipulating people, I always see at least one person in the comment section saying, let him manipulate me. Let him manipulate me. Nah, ain't good. I don't mind. Manipulate me. It's either these people don't understand what manipulation means, or they are so far removed from reality, like the troubles and the sufferings of just being a citizen of Nigeria has affected them so much that they are more than happy to replace one dictator with another. Because you guys don't know this. You guys are replacing one dictator with another. It's not a time yet, but if you guys continue on this path, that's what you guys are doing. At this present stage, what was I saying before I kind of just digressed into other things? I think let me finish my thoughts then, and then I'll talk about Fina. Both of the 2 points are going to merge together. Currently, as we stand now, VDM does not have the power, the influence, the authority, the clout that he wants you people to believe that he has. But it doesn't mean that he's not going to get there. Don't make that mistake. Yeah, he doesn't have it yet. He doesn't. Na mouth ide. He is the living embodiment of the phrase, fake it till you make it. Na mouth 9 day. Does he have some? Yeah, he does. And those were only made possible by his friends in social media who were already established, who have been pushing him. And that's the reason why I don't know what Tunde Ednot said. I've not watched that video. I don't follow Tunde Ednot. I know of him. I know he's like a big wig, but I don't follow him. I don't know what Tunde Ednot said, but VeryDarkMan came online after he posted this video that we're about to react to. He came back online and did a video tagging Tunde Ednot. I guess he was trying to explain himself. I guess Tunde Ednot said something that VDM didn't appreciate, that didn't sit right with VDM, and so he came out to make a video. What that told me when I saw that video that he did directly addressing Tunde Ednot, what that told me was that he knows that these bloggers, these celebrities, influencers or whatever, are still his bread and butter. And so he's still very mindful not to step on their toes, not to rub them the wrong way. He still shows a bit of respect to them because he knows that they still hold the cards, they still hold the power. He's still going to need them. He is not in that place yet where he no longer needs the bloggers. And back to what I was saying. And that's the reason why he came out. He was very respectful when he was talking to, from the title, I've not watched the video, but from the title, you can see that he was very respectful. The way I believe I clicked on the video just to hear or something, I can't remember. But I know that when I heard or when I saw it, there was a sense of respect, sense of reverence that he still has for Tunde Ednut. So that told me something that he's very aware. Now where they follow VDM. Now no. VDM has a lot of self-awareness. And that's the reason why also when Fina went to him and told him that, blessed that they fear you, they don't want make me I carry you come to this meeting. No. He immediately responded and said, no mind them, they know they fear me. Because he knows he can tell you people anything that he likes. He can convince you people of anything that he wants to convince you of. But last, he knows the truth. He can always tell himself the truth. And that's the reason why, as arrogant as this man is, when Fina said, blessed that they fear you, they say that they fear you, they don't want me you come. He immediately responded, according to Fina, that no mind they not they fear me, or they just want to take advantage of you, because he knows that he does not hold the power for Almighty Dangote to be afraid of him. But then, and so that's the moment of clarity. Every now and then, he does have that moment of clarity. But then when he approaches the Ratatouilles, he's a completely different person. When he approaches Meg, when he approaches the Ratatouilles, he's a completely different person. He paints himself out to be this Odogu Oduga. Nobody can touch me. Hey, who they para? Who want me? I am the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega. All of those things, not just noise. Not just fake it till you make it. Fake it. But do you know who is going to really get into that place? Do you know who is going to get him to that place of power and influence? It is going to be you. It is going to be that person. It is going to be that celebrity. It's going to be every single person who is currently buying into the bullshit right now. Every single person who's currently shaking whenever there is a conversation about VDM. Those are the people that are going to put him in a place that he currently does not occupy, but he's using mouth to buy fish in new people's soup. Hi, Rosemary. He's using mouth to buy fish in new people's soup. He's not there yet. He's not there yet. But because of the way he talks, you guys are so feeble-minded. He's able to convince you guys that, yeah, he really is in that position, whereas on a lie, on a fizzy, on a fake it till you make it, on a illusions. None of this is real. None. But do you know who's going to get him there quick and fast? It's going to be you. It's going to be that celebrity. It's going to be like Fina. The fact that Fina, with all of her notoriety, with all of her clout, do you know what Fina has actually survived in this social media? Not a lot of people will survive being dragged by their own father, claiming that Fina doesn't do this and do that, especially somebody from a society like Nigeria, where the instruction to honor your father and mother is taken like the freaking gospel that it is. That word, that Bible verse is our bond. For Fina to have risen above that scandal and still be here, only for her to go and be calling on VDM. All she needed to do was call on her fellow celebrities. She was the one that gave VDM the power that he now had to come and be trying to dictate this and that. She was the one that gave him, just like everybody else who is afraid to call VDM out. When VDM does something to them or disrespect them, VDM will just wake up in the morning and just be doing any, mini, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If you holler, let it go. Any, mini, miny, mo. And whoever the mo ends with is who VDM is going to attack on any day. He would just pick, or maybe he heard a rumor, somebody brought conversation, somebody brought word, gist or whatever about a certain celebrity. And so the person, VDM will go on social media and start poking the celebrity, looking for trouble, so that the celebrity will say something. That way you'll be like, so this celebrity, whereas he's the one who's been poking that person, but he will completely forget the part that he played and only focus on the part where the celebrity, whoever, the public figure, whoever, where they respond to VDM. He would then turn himself to be the victim that, this person said this. I didn't want to say anything, but this person said this. But you are the one who's been poking them, dude. You've been poking and poking and poking. A hit dog will holler, as we say in this part of the world. A hit dog will holler. You poke and poke and poke. When the person finally responds to you, all of a sudden you want to act like they're just coming for you for no reason. Out of nowhere, you did nothing. And your minions who have you, like you have the advantage of them taking you for your every word, because a lot of them don't even have data to watch social media. The few moments that they're able to catch you, they hear you spewing lies, they hear you manipulating, that's all they're going to run with. They miss the part where now you find trouble. Now you poke people. But now their reaction to you poking and poking and poking, now you won't come jump on and act as if you were not the one poking the entire time. Make it make sense. So, like I said, he's not there yet. Whatever it is that you guys think of him, like, oh my gosh, he's been parading himself as the fourth arm of the government. Whatever you guys are thinking that he is right now, VDM is not. But it doesn't mean that if you guys continue to use your head and your brain to do Sarah for him, he will not get there. That's not what it means. This is why, you see Tonto Decay. Tonto Decay. Sheesh. Tonto Decay is a badass. Maybe because she doesn't have any skeleton in her closet. Maybe because she wears a hat on her sleeves. Everybody know everything that they need to know about her. She's an open book. Maybe that's the reason why she walks around. She can talk to you anyhow and then move on. Because she not get anything where you want to blackmail her tomorrow. She not get. And so she'll say what she needs to say and she'll move on with her life. And she's not afraid to like challenge VDM, because she not get anything where VDM want you to blackmail her. That's the reason why she's ace. She chew VDM, use her like chewy stick and toilet paper wiping ash. She dump VDM. Even when they reached out and said, let us settle, she's like, settle with who? He's a nobody. What the heck would I put myself in a position to be settling with that? Am I mad? Settle with VDM, that one a person. But the others, maybe because of what they have done, or maybe because they're afraid of scandal, or they worry that maybe VDM knows something about them, that VDM will come and expose. Everybody is just like, everybody is just like bending over backwards. Everybody just, they put head for ground. Everyone is just bowing down. Fear of the unknown. People are selling yourself short. You people are selling yourself short, and it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. It should not be. Wonder last 9 days, as a wise woman used to say, that I know. Wonder last 9 days. Who won't talk? If you get what you do when in bad way, they won't talk. As long as say you not buy personal. So na person they snatch Mercy Johnson upon not say she snatch Percy husband, she still get fan base. How many people where they don't come out, where they don't accuse of doing bad things, cheat on their husbands, they still get fan base. All you need to do is show that you have repented. You're not that person anymore. Apologize if you need to, and it's not even necessary to apologize to the public. But if you feel like you have impressionable young ones who are looking up to you and you feel like you have steered them wrong, then apologize to them and move on with your life. If that is it, if you're worried about what you have, what you have done that VDM knows about, and you're worried that he might use it to blackmail you, I beg you, I beg. Not being the talk now, say the whole conversation that he had via inbox, he's now claiming that it's AI. Shebi Fina don't carry lawyer. All the money that VDM is used, that people are paying VDM, all the charity donations that he's either collecting through blackmail or whatever, or money laundering or whatever it is that he's doing, that this is why these people are just handing him money like that. The bunch, not the bunch, sorry. Don Jazzy, they look you. All the money that you have handed to him, now lawsuit you go use and take settle. Lawsuit. So what was I saying about Fina? Fina, fuck up. You have more clout. You have more celebrity status than VDM. But you immediately, I saw that. If you even go back and watch my very first video of reacting to that video of Fina, I was like, Fina. How? Now later I come to hear say, Fina is a rattle. Fina is always posting about rattle. But now, because VDM is mad at you now and VDM wants to discredit you and what you stand for, all of a sudden VDM is saying that no, you're not rattle. Anybody who disagrees is automatically not a rattle. Forgetting that there was a time when even this Fina was posting VDM for president, supporting. And now you're saying that she's not a supporter. She was never a supporter. She's not a rattle because she's not going to roll over for you. She's not going to lie down and let you just smear her, destroy her, destroy every single chance that her family might get public sympathy to go after Dangote so that the Dangote can do the right thing by Ruth and her children. Fina, you fuck up. Instead of calling VDM, you should have called your celebrity friends. You should have called your fellow industry people. I don't think they would have turned their backs on you. You would have waited for VDM to come to you and say, we don't hear. Fina, I'm trying to reach you. I cannot reach you. Make it be like, say, Naim invite himself. Then he will understand his position and he will maintain. He will know his boundaries and know that he's not going to come here and be the boss, the HBIC, the head bitch in charge. Because Naim invite himself come. But when you invite him, of course he's going to feel entitled. Of course he's going to want to be on the table. He's going to want to have a seat at the table. And this goes again, wetin don't happen. But let this be a warning, especially if you're a celebrity. Because every time you do shit like that, every time you invite this person into your business, rather than just leaving a general public and say, guys, I need your help. Oh, look at what's going on. Oh, please, guys, I need your voice. You need your voice. You're making a call to the general public. If he hears and he decides that he wants to join, then fine and good. But specifically calling him, name calling him, of course he's going to feel entitled. Of course he's going to be in his feelings when he feels like, okay, you don't they do one kind movement, not knowing that you were just doing the best. You were just doing what you thought was best for your family. At the end of the day, yes, na Dangote truck do bad thing, but you are still at their mercy. The man has more money than God. He can decide tomorrow and say he's going to buy any judge that just to send you a message, because it'll be cheaper for him to like bribe all the judges, bribe all the police officers, investigators, even some witnesses, bribe them to make sure that your family roots children don't get anything. He can do it because he is also worried that settling your family will open the floodgates that he doesn't want opened. He's also worried about that. Now, how many more people are going to be knocking on the door? How many more people are going to want to feel entitled, even though it is their right to feel entitled when something like this happens? But the thing is that they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay. So settling this in their mind is going to like send an unwanted, it's going to set an unwanted precedence. Settling this. Do you get? So whether we like it or not, you are still, your family, the Otabo family is still at the mercy of Dangote. Again, like I said, Dangote does not mind paying 100 million. It wouldn't even cost him that much to pay judges, to pay police officers, investigators, and witness. And before this Buhari, it's not Buhari. Oh God, Buhari I don't call Buhari. Not before this Tinubu economy. Every little bit counts. Pay people off to come and smear her name or bear false witness, or pay the judge to see things the other way. He can pay 100 million to just sort that, instead of giving you money, instead of compensating your family, because that will save him in the future. Anybody coming to come and ask, anybody coming to come and sue them for something that their driver had done. Instead of calling people like VDM, call your fellow celebrities. I see you guys doing. Liquorose was just on your social media. And it's so interesting how everyone is so silent now. Like nobody is even talking about it. Like this is so crazy to me. People just feel like, we're not gonna get there. We're not gonna talk about VDM, or we don't want VDM to be cross with us. I say, what is this? Why is everything so silent? Because the matter don't enter. You fuck up for that one, my sister. I love you're my Edo sister. I gotta tell you the truth. You for not call VDM, and I hope that this is a lesson, because VDM is an agent of chaos. I have been saying this. I have been saying this. VDM is an agent of chaos. When things they move smoothly, have you not noticed how when things are moving smoothly, all of a sudden VDM go just enter. As soon as VDM enter, the matter don't they bend, matter don't get K-leg. Just watch. Just observe for yourself. Observe for yourself. As soon as he enter, matter don't get K-leg. Just observe. He's an agent of chaos. I wouldn't even be surprised, because this video that he did today, it just made me give him major side eye. I wouldn't even be surprised if he has even gone behind everybody's back to go and see the Dangote people. I wouldn't even be surprised if he has made an arrangement with them to sabotage the case. It will not surprise me at all if that is the case, because tell me why you will come on social media and continuously post incendiary things about this family. Where is your conscience? Where is your basic human decency? Where? You don't exchange them for waiting for clout, for power. So I would not be surprised. They'll be like, you just keep, you know, it just keep doing this, just keep trying to discredit her, keep trying to paint a narrative that she's greedy, because that's what he's saying now. That Fina is greedy. Kai. Era Wigbe Ugaman Vai VDM. Tag an Edo person for translation. Era Wigbe Ugama Vai. Because you're not God. You are not God. The same VDM that was swearing up and down, promising that Dangote truck will never ply Auchi road again if anything happens to Fina's sister. He's the one that you're about to hear him say he doesn't care anymore. Nobody with a basic human decency will say that, not with the way this matter is, not with someone who just is not here anymore. It wasn't as if she was sick or she'd been sick for a very long time. This lady died a painful, a slow and painful death. It was her zeal, given the nature of the injury that she sustained, based on the description that is flowing around, given the nature, the fact that she even survived, she even lived as long as she did in that state. She'll tell you that she really wanted to live. She was really fighting. And this person is not even cold. VDM is already out there dragging her family member. Dragging her family member. And this video, It's here.
All right, so boys, they call me from Auchi. They ask, very dark man, when are you coming to Auchi? Remember, say you talk, say if anything happen to Fina's sister, we make her buy, say we go shut down operation of Dangote for Auchi. Well, boys, we gonna stand down. I will not be coming to Auchi to create content again. So Mona, stand down. Dangote can enjoy freely. There shall be no consequences for the recklessness of his driver. Dangote, enjoy your business. I will.
You are not God. You sound like you've been paid. You sound like you've been paid, and this is just my opinion. You sound like you've been it's two things. It's like all the one way you just talk, that promise where you they make that time is just empty promise. You know, you knew in your heart that you were not going to do anything. You just needed to flex your muscles and shout and make people think that, yeah, you are on top. It's either that or you've been paid. You've been paid to turn a blind eye, and then you're now coming out to say, I'm not doing this again because of this and because of that. Just remember that you are not God.
Not be coming to create content. If it happen again, another issue where no relate to Fina, Dangote and call, maybe I feel come to create awareness and to say no, enough is.
If it happen again, another issue will not relate to Fina Dangote. Just let that sink in. Now, Sabio, honestly, the way that people are behaving when it comes to this VDM situation, me, I'm just like I've been saying to anybody who's been attacking me about this. Na Nigerian government na fit una. Make them pepper una well. Make them pepper una well. Na Nigerian government na fit una. Nigerian government has you people's numbers. They know how to deal with you because people don't have sense. Make them pepper una well. And then they pepper una well. Hi, Joyce.
Enough of this reckless, unlicensed killing by Dangote truck drivers. But for now, we are standing down. Number two, this secret where everybody they talk say very dark man leak. Why did he go and say Fina's sister have children? Why did he go and say that? They told him in secret. Well, the post where they take announce say Fina's sister don't buy, they write them there, mother.
So what does it matter? Because it's too late now. It won't make any difference anymore. It won't make any difference because she's no longer alive. It's no longer alive. The reason why she was trying to keep that part of her information out is simply because of the way our society reason. Because if they had immediately, while she was still fighting for her life, published that information that she has a mother, she's a mother and she has 2 kids, obviously they would have done research and then it would have also followed that, oh, she has 2 kids by 2 men. Do you know how quickly that whole conversation would have switched from Dangote need to like look after Roots, Dangote need to sort Roots out, to people just tearing her apart for being an unwed mother of 2 children with 2 baby daddies? There was a reason why. It wasn't because they were trying to like hide it. Oh my gosh. There was a reason why. Because they wanted to make sure that the important things were focused on, not this one. Because we know we are on social media. We know how people reason. We know how people get so easily distracted. Even bad actors can use that information to just start dumping comments that will completely change the conversation. From Dangote need to look after Ruth to Ruth is, she's an unwed mother. She has 2 children by 2 different men. But you know this. VDM knows this. But you know why he's not talking about it? Because he's an evil person. He wants to distract, he wants to manipulate, he wants people to think differently than what he actually did that was wrong. He's a bad person. Una never know. I know all of una will come in the comment section. I don't care if he's a bad person. Fine. Be careful what you wish for. Saying you don't care whether not a bad person. Okay, oh. By the time when he don't turn on you, just remember, say you talk, say you don't care whether not a bad person. You don't care whether he manipulate you. You don't care whether he gaslight you. Just remember, by the time he turns on you, don't come and tell me you care then. Because you're already saying you don't care. There's a reason. Because if you know the society where you come from, you will act accordingly. They know the society where they come from. They know how people can easily get distracted from the main issue and be focusing on other things. That's the reason why they will tell that. So bringing it up now that the woman is no longer alive, it's not going to have any impact. She don't go. He's just saying all these things to justify. No matter how you twist this, literally the only people that will fall for your okie doke are your ratatouilles. Your ratatouilles are the only ones that will fall for whatever it is that you are selling. People might not want to speak on it. People might not want to even, pay it any mind because, I don't know, for whatever reasons, but not because they don't see your manipulating and gaslighting ways. They see it. It's in clear view. Not only your ratatouilles, because they don't know. And that's the reason why they are susceptible to your deceit, to your gaslighting, to your manipulation, because they don't have the instrument. They don't have what it takes, the ability to process information. And that's the reason. And the most dangerous, what is that word that they say that the most dangerous people are ignorant and something, something? Exactly. Let me highlight this comment from Meg. Meg says he's the same. Is the same that said he has love for single mothers. Now his bias changed when Fina called him out. Yeah, he talks out both sides of his mouth. He talks out of both sides of his mouth. Like he will go to a place and he will read the room and he will say things that he believes they want to hear. He will say things that puts him in good light with wherever he is. That's what he does. That's literally what he does.
On the girl obituary picture, they go still write am there. Friend, sister, mother. That's the one that they hide. But they are.
So you spent your entire day yesterday lurking around the obituary paper to see what was written so that you can add it and use it to make your point. Do you see how conniving you are? Do you see how conniving you are?
Obituary picture. You know, see this life? That thing, where una won't hide, would have put more pressure on Dangote when Dangote people know that this is a mother of 2 infant children. Should have put a lot of pressure on them to make sure say nothing do that girl, make sure say they stabilize that girl, make she not buy.
And then all of a sudden, the baby daddy came out and started spewing all kinds of nonsense. Do you want to bet that it was VDM that went and fished that guy out to come and be saying things, claiming that he paid her school fees, he did this and did that? And then Fina brought receipts and said, that's not true. that she's the one who paid her school fees, not this guy. And then the people, detractors, will now be like, why is Fina addressing? Isn't Fina supposed to be mourning? Why is Fina addressing this matter? Why is Fina debunking? Because they want the lie to be the only information that they have about this. They want the lie, they want the narrative that the likes of VDM and everybody else is pushing to be the only information. So anytime Fina comes out and counter whatever it is that they are saying and bring clarity and put a lot of things into context, they don't like it. You see them coming out and say, isn't Fina supposed to be in mourning? Isn't Fina supposed to be in mourning? Why is she addressing this and addressing this? But so you guys want her to keep quiet, so that you guys can continue to push the lies that VDM is pushing forward to destroy this woman, to cause this family not to gain public sympathy. Posterity will remember all of us. Posterity will remember all of us. History will remember all of us, the role that we all played. What we saw and chose to turn a blind eye to. Posterity will remember all of us. Yeah. Joy said, oh yes, I want to believe it was him that brought the baby daddy out. Yeah, because the heat was really, really coming down on him. And he needed to take the heat away. All of a sudden, baby daddy is coming out to spew all kinds of things and say, it was then that Izzy, I was watching Izzy's video where Izzy was talking about all of the evidence that was inside Ruth's phone of how awful this baby daddy was to Ruth. This same baby daddy is trying to paint himself as a victim. Even Izzy was talking about how she saw videos of this man cheating on Ruth with another woman, doing soapy. Or is it a video where he was abusing her physically? And then when Izzy started talking, the next talking point became, why are you even talking? Why is Fina even talking? Why is Fina sharing conversation? Why is she not sharing info? Why is Fina sharing information? So you guys want the lies, the manipulation of VDM. The truth does not need help. The truth does not need help. If you are honest and you are telling the truth, you don't need to gather armies or spin narrative or manipulate situation or embellish. The truth does not lie. Not only when you know, say you are not telling the truth, that you'll be recruiting all manner of people, low self-esteem, desperados, to come and help you push your lies. The truth does not need help. The truth is the truth. But they want Fina to be quiet, to not defend herself, so that the lies, the false narrative can fester, so that tomorrow, whenever Fina comes out from mourning, she will no longer get sympathy. Her family will no longer get support. The truth is the truth. Whatever Fina chooses to do, I will completely 100% respect her. If she wants to go silent and not talk about all these lies that are just spreading all over, then that's completely fine. But if she also feels like, no, keeping silent, keeping quiet does not help me, She's also free. She's good in my book. It's so funny how all these people that are saying, why is she even responding? Why is she even giving bloggers information? Why is she not just like in morning? These same people, they know that they will never keep quiet. They want Fina to do something that they themselves will never do. If somebody is spreading lies and false information about them, they know that they will be out there every day debunking those lies, setting the record straight, putting context into what is being said. But they want Fina to keep quiet because it is in their best interest for Fina to be quiet so that the lies can continue to move. Again, posterity will remember all of us. Posterity will remember all of us. What have we not seen? That's the beauty of being on social media for as long as I have been on social media. I have seen so many people come and go. I have seen so many things. Nigerian pastors that no longer get respect from the public. Do you know how bad it was before? Do you know that before anybody that comes out and says anything about Nigerian pastors, just insert any pastor you like. Now, gbas. But today, Nigerian pastors, night bloggers, still they clean yash through way. But before, anybody that says anything, people that were defending Nigerian pastors a few years ago, Ratters not do half of what those people do. Besides, Ratters they don't even have leg power. Now online, and that's the thing that really grinds my gears. When people are here afraid of VDM and talking about, oh my God, VDM, don't go for me, I'm afraid. Really? Now online VDM, they get mouth. He doesn't have full soldiers. When he was arrested, he was in jail for like a week. How many Rattles came out? How many? Is it not here? Did we all not see it? And that's the same man that will come and tell you that he is in charge of the strongest movement in Africa. My God. And you will still believe. Who does you? Who does you? How many people do you see in his protest whenever he's doing something? How many people do you see? The man, they use mouth, they buy fish for una soup. You guys are just running with it. Posterity will remember all of you. Continue. I have no personal beef with anybody, but all of this is just like, it's disgusting. People that will see truth and will choose to judge lie. People that will never put up with things that they're advising Fina to do. Keep quiet, don't talk. Why are you talking to bloggers? But they know that they themselves. Because if you're that quiet, a lot of the saga that is going on social media will not be going on. Everyone would have walked away if really they are putting their money where their mouth is. If they are taking their own advice, the same advice that they are giving Fina, if they take it, there will not be saga everywhere you turn on social media. They will simply move away. True. So true, Joyce. So true. Joyce says most of them are scared because they don't want to lose followers. So true. Yeah. When you're defending VGM, the followers they will come. Even if you are a killer self, you are a known killer, where everybody knows say you be killer. Ratatouille, they will not judge you. As long as you're defending VDM, you are okay. They will even be in the comment section fighting anybody that is calling you out for being a killer self. They'll be like, shut up. Now you innocent. Now you free. Now you holy pass. They'll be defending you. Defending you. You see them coming in, they rush come. They rush you. support you. Anybody that makes a video, anybody that is beefing with you, now so they go come attack the person, because they are very good at that. They are very good at attacking people online, whether not bots then be that, like, that has to be the only explanation. Bots, because they have all this energy online, but in real life, when VDM is going through something, none of them ever comes out to protest his release. The other time he was he was resting his heels in EFCCJ. Nobody came out. People will come out nourish 100, but online. So yeah, even if you are somebody confess, say now you and them, and then no, they will see video, they will still support you as long as you're supporting VDM. If you like, may you be iron condemn, they will support you. But on no account should you withdraw your support from VDM, because the way they will turn on you, the way they will turn on you. But is that life? Is that the life you want to live? Biting your tongue, not saying anything whenever you see your Lord and your Savior doing something bad, for fear that you will lose followers, for fear that the same people that have been clapping for you, defending you against all the people that are calling you out, will then use the same thing that they were defending you with. They will use it to bully you. Is that life? It's not even sustainable, and that's the interesting thing. Okay, it's not sustainable, because they only watch you whenever you are around, and then you become a slave to the algorithm. You become a slave to the ratatouilles, because they only watch you when you are talking about the alga, and specifically when you are defending the alga. If you're not defending the alga, they don't want to hear. They don't want to watch you. They don't care. Creating a vicious cycle for you, because you've become a slave to the algorithm. You've become a slave to the views, and you want those views, and the only way to get their views and their support is by defending the arroga. The vicious cycle continues. It's not sustainable, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's not sustainable.
But well, it don't happen, it don't happen. Now to Fina, I'll tell you this, right? Greed was the problem. This girl for day. Now greed. That like I'm not. Anybody will say that.
Can you imagine? He says that girl would have been alive, Ruth would have been alive, but for Fina. Mind you, Ruth was moved from the hospital where she was initially admitted to, moved to a different hospital, moved to Lagoon Hospital for proper treatment. I don't care who you are. I don't care what position you hold in the society. Okay? Unless, of course, this is an illness, and you've been liaising, your family, your doctor, or whoever has been liaising with a foreign hospital, preparing the visa and doing everything, which takes time. There is nobody that is going to give you a visa, especially in a case of an accident. No country is going to give you a visa. No country is going to allow you in within the span that this happened, because there's a possibility that the person might actually die on their way up once the plane takes off. Before, they don't just carry people from people that are sick or people that have been involved in an accident. They don't just take them and immediately bam bam bam. Now, so visa easy. You think it's so easy. But what VDM is trying to say is that it's Fina that is responsible because, like, if not for Fina, they would have had time to take her abroad, which is a lie. It's a lie. Do you know the paperwork that is involved before they can fly somebody abroad for medical treatment? I don't care how severe their illness is. Do you know the paperwork involved? Do you know the legwork? Do you know what it takes? But this man wants you to believe that somehow Fina stalled the process. Why? Within 2 days? Within 2 days? Like, this is demonic. This is really, really demonic. This is like, I'm looking at VDM, right? I'm a Nigerian, no, and I've always said this, that I don't care how educated I am, I will forever believe that I'll forever believe in certain things that happens in our society, in our culture. And I'm looking at VDM, and I'm hearing him and the things that he's saying. And maybe it's the Holy Spirit that is whispering to me, or maybe not. I don't know. But one reoccurring thought that keep coming in my head, that keep coming into my mind, is that VDM have done something really, really occultic that has stolen any bit of humanity that he has. Now, for this Fina sister matter, now the thing can't really clear for me. Because people who show this level of I don't care, there's people with this level of lack of empathy, is because they've seen it all. They have done things. Human beings now meet for wedding day. Human beings means nothing to them anymore. That's what keep popping up in my head. Again, I don't know if it is the Holy Spirit. I don't want to say that. But that's the thing that keep popping up in my head. This guy is not something spiritual has happened to him that stripped him of every ounce of humanity left. Because even in this situation, the lack of empathy that he still shows, even in this situation, it's like, wow. Like, wow. So, yeah. Like, he doesn't even care. He doesn't care.
And he's insensitive, blah, blah, blah. That's your business. Greed. Because make it make sense. Fina, sister at the hospital. Fina no use her eye see the sister when she brought out that list, that compensation list. You have not seen the girl in the hospital.
But you, Seth, you've not seen the girl. You also had your own list now. You also compiled your own list. You had not seen the girl, but you compiled your own list. But you somehow have a problem with Fina. You also had your own list now by your own admission. You even read what you wrote on the list.
You never know the condition. They only called us, which you told me that, oh, the girl no fit shit again. All her intestine, everything don't scatter. So it was a 50-50 chance from the onset. Do you understand? This girl was living on a 50-50. Bro, don't come with list 1 billion. You never see this girl. 1 billion. They'll fly her abroad. They'll give the sister scholarship and blah, blah, blah. this whole thing, money would have.
So if Fina had waited to see her sister before compiling the list and she still ended up dying, wouldn't that be another uh, another fault that you will find in this whole situation? Because now you're looking for fault. You're looking to fault her for everything because you're trying to absorb yourself of any wrongdoing. The only people that are buying what you are selling are your ratatouilles. Not only them. Not only them. They are the loudest noise maker. Empty drums make the loudest noise. It is a really, really sad situation, honestly. It is really, really sad. This guy has zero empathy. He has no humanity. All he wants to do is continue to tarnish the family image, continue to bring misery to the family. I saw people running with the narrative, Fina don't run common for social media. Fina has temporarily left social media, left Instagram, blah, blah, blah. Are you happy now? Are you happy? EDM, you know, do rich pastors, Nigerian pastors a few years ago. When you know do rich. Now the same thing where your ratatouille they talk now, let him manipulate me. Let him take advantage. Now so then talk about pastor, but today where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Market don't kill them. People need to stop being afraid of VDM. Celebrities, I know you guys are into all kinds of things and he was part of you for a while, but you people really need to stop being afraid of VDM. You people need to stop, because every time you cower into silence, every time you keep quiet in the face of his bullying, you are chipping away your power and giving it to him every time you do that. You people need to stop being afraid of this guy. He can't do more than a dead rat. He's a chicken. Even the way you need to have you need to be able to see, like, read between the lines, to be like, you need to have that perception. Be perceptive. He's a joke. Even himself, he knows that he's a joke. Do you know how pathetic you have to be to know that you yourself, you are a joke? You are just fake it till you make it. Yeah. Joy says it's the same greed that made him withdraw from the case. Yeah. Yeah. But now he's trying to paint it around and claim, they do again. If it is somebody else who in their right mind will call you. What he doesn't understand is that, make I talk. What Vivian doesn't understand is that your minions, your ratatouilles might think that they are in the comment section and they are doing videos or whatever, bullying. But you see, we are also educating people on how to spot manipulation. And people are getting wiser. Who is coming to you again? We are talking, and the more we talk, the more people's eyes are open to see you for what you are. For you to run your charity organization, for you to be an activist, don't you need people that trust you for that to happen? Don't you need people to trust you? Do you think as it stands now, people, and that's the reason why you're running helter skelter? Because you know that people are opening their eyes and they are seeing you for who you are. For you to be a successful activist or whatever, social justice warrior, you need for people to trust you. You need for people to trust you. And he's so bitter that whenever he makes posts about something, this one and the other, and nobody pays attention, you yourself, you have become slave to the algorithm. When you post stories that are serious, that are really, really like life threatening or whatever, you yourself, you've noticed that nobody watches. The only time they watch you, the only time they pay attention to you is when you're dragging a celebrity. Even you, VDM, you have also seen it, that you yourself, you are a slave to the algorithm. And that's the reason why you probably don't like going after celebrities, because the more you go after celebrities, the more you make enemies. Those celebrities, they have friends, they have support system, they have fans. And the more you go after them, the more you make enemies. And so whenever you go after them and you make enemies, it also messes your credibility. And so you try to like do other things, like touch on other topics that are not celebrity related, and nobody pays attention. Nobody cares because they don't trust you. You are suffering from the same thing that people who are stuck defending you are suffering from. Because without defending you, nobody wants, your ratatouilles don't want to watch them. Just like if you do not go after celebrities, your ratatouilles don't want to watch you either. What the heck? Oh! Jane, you're too smart. Your ratatouilles don't want to watch you either. So that's the reason why, like, one of the things that he's been lamenting about is this story that he posted, which personally I thought was a very, very serious story that needed attention and needed. But the story did not gain a lot of attention. It is a story of a young lady that was violated by her father. He was posting about it, but people were not talking about it, and he got angry. Nobody wants to talk about any of those things with you. They want to hear, because you are a gossip. That's why when Easy called him a content creator, it really struck a nerve. Because content creators, they talk about celebrities. If you're a blogger, you talk about celebrities. That's why it really hit a nerve. Because there's no way he'd had to like compare that to what he's doing, his, you know, activism and all these other stuff, and then basically just compared it to the results he gets whenever he makes videos about him dragging celebrity versus when he makes videos about him talking about serious issues. Nobody watch. But because he's so attention desperate, he's so attention thirsty, that it is not enough that a lot of people are not watching him. He wants them to watch. Like, it's not enough for him to not get good views, the same number that he does when he's dragging any celebrities. He has to hit those same numbers. Otherwise, he feels irrelevant. And that's the reason why, rather than focusing, what about that fish magnet guy? What about the thing that happened in Benue? Those are conversations. Those are topics that would have highlighted his activism, but he stopped talking about those things. I'm sure that there are so many follow-up information about what happened in Benue. But he stopped talking about them because nobody is watching, and then reverted back to talking about celebrities because that's the only thing that people want to watch, which just puts you in the category of a content creator. And that is what he does not like. He wants to be taken so seriously. Exactly. Meg says his lack of innate ability to understand medical protocols, procedures, or even being empathetic rocks my imagination. It is crazy. This is the same person that he claimed to have left Abuja, wherever he was, to go and be with. And this is the same person that he's treating like this way. Hmm. He himself has now become a slave. That's the reason why he's so angry. Because if he doesn't drag celebrities, no one cares. No one cares. So he has to keep dragging celebrities. Joy says whenever he messes up, he then goes back and start finding fault from every angle and adds lies to it. Yep, yep, yep. This is a man who is so afraid. He is so afraid of being found out for what he really is, that the emperor had no clothes. He is so afraid. But people will eventually know. Again, we don't see your type come and go. There was once upon a time now when Daddy Freeze was like, who remember that time? Daddy Freeze was like the Odogu Akataka. He was the end all be all. Every now and then, people like you will pop up, the savior of the universe. They will pop up. The ones that are defending them will defend. They will be like the flavor of the month. Everybody will be talking about them. Before you know it, now for social media, you for they do what you they do. Now for social media, you they brag, you they para. Yeah, I love it for you. Love it for you. But I pay attention to things. I watch. I know that, what you have managed to do is convince people that you are more relevant than you actually are, that you have more clout than you actually do. But eventually, you will still like fade away. And it seems to me you live your life like the candle in the wind. Like the candle in the wind. And then on to the next. Your ratatouilles will go back to looking for their next savior. We don't see una type. A dime a dozen. Every 3 market day, now na they come out. Joy says, talk Jade, you're listening. He is. He is. Meg say he's projecting a lot of his misfortune on others for relevance, notoriety, and savior complex, in my opinion. Yep. Yep. It's gonna take a while, but people are eventually going to learn. That's the one thing. That's the beauty of being on social media. You get to see a lot of things, and you get to see a lot of fake things just fade away while real stays intact. You get to watch it happen. Well, people, what time is it? It's almost 10 p.m. I go sleeping. I've got school runs tomorrow. School don't start. So yeah, I don't even have the energy to watch the rest of the to do the rest of the video. It's yeah, you guys get the gist. There's another thing that came out just now about him. I believe he's now claiming that some kind of AI. So I will check that out. And if it is worth doing a video for, I'll do a video about it. But there's something that got some voice messages that just got released, and he's allegedly, because I'm not 100% sure, but from my understanding is that he's claiming that they are AI. I don't want to be your go-to now. AI. And then Ratatouille go just still run follow her. It's AI. Not AI. It's AI. Who do na? Who do na like this? Who do na like this? Some of una. Because regardless of, there's still some wise people in that country, but I understand the concept of empty drums make the loudest noise, and I see that manifest in the ratatouilles, you know. But I also know that eventually the truth will prevail. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. Please like the video and also share if you can. Mm. Very, 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 very. Yeah. Joyce say his voice sounds irritating like Jay Brooks' voice. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I had to make a decision. I cannot watch him and listen to his voice. And so I need the voice to hear what he's saying. That's the reason why I'm making the decision to like close his face and just hear the voice. Because listening to his voice and looking at his face is like a double whammy. And nah, I'm not gonna put myself through that. But thank you guys so much for being here. And we'll be back to catch up on more stuff. Don't be daft, my people. Don't be. A lot of our people are smart, but the ratatouilles, you're being taken for a ride. I know you will say now, fool me, use me, moo moo, doom doom. Okay, oh. Say all of that now, but I know that you don't mean that. I know that you don't mean that because the power of life and death is in the tongue. Hmm. Power of life and death is in the tongue. So there you go. Hmm. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye. Have a good night, guys. And thanks for joining me.